Welcome to our deep dive into the world of Metallica lyrics. We're going to be focusing on their first 4 studio albums.
Oh, cool.
Kill 'Em All, Ride the Lightning, Master of Puppets, and Justice for All.
I'm excited.
Yeah, this is going to be fun.
Yeah.
So let's just jump right into it.
Okay.
Kill 'Em All, 1983.
The debut.
Raw aggression, just pure heavy metal energy.
Yeah, just kids really just letting out all that youthful energy.
What were some of the themes that stood out to you on that album?
I mean, just pure rebellion.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this is the early 80s.
Yeah.
They're teenagers. They're shouting to the world that they're not going to conform.
Right.
Songs like Hit the Lights and Whiplash. You can just feel that energy, that need to break free.
Oh, yeah, and Seek and Destroy.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, talk about an anthem.
Absolutely. Yeah, and Seek and Destroy is interesting because there's almost like a predatory element to the lyrics.
Oh, yeah.
It's not just mindless aggression. It's strategic. It's calculated.
Right.
Like the narrator is stalking his prey, relishing the hunt.
It's a little scary, actually.
It is. There's a darkness there
Yeah.
that adds a whole other layer to the violence.
So you have those themes, and then you also have songs like The Four Horsemen and No Remorse, which really showcase their fascination with war.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Those songs paint such vivid pictures of battle and bloodshed.
The imagery is so strong.
Absolutely. I mean, The Four Horsemen in particular is so interesting
Yeah.
because it actually started as a song that James Hetfield wrote when he was in his previous band, Leather Charm.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was originally called The Mechanics and had much simpler lyrics.
Huh.
But Metallica took that basic idea and transformed it into this epic exploration of war.
I mean, the Four Horsemen, it just builds from this quiet intro, and then all of a sudden...
And then it just explodes.
It's so powerful.
And it really pulls you into the heart of the battle.
So even in their early days, they were already taking existing ideas and building on them.
Absolutely. And I think that's also evident in their choice of covers for Kill 'Em. They included Am I Evil by Diamond Head
Yeah.
and Blitzkrieg by Blitzkrieg.
Great songs.
Yeah. And it wasn't just random, they were paying homage to their influences.
Yeah, they were acknowledging those bands that shaped them.
Exactly.
But at the same time, they were forging their own path.
Right.
And that path takes a really interesting turn with their second album, Ride the Lightning, from 1984.
Oh, yeah. This is where things start to get really interesting.
Yeah, Ride the Lightning. I feel like this is where we see Metallica kind of evolve lyrically.
Yeah, for sure.
They move beyond just the aggression and delve into darker, more introspective themes.
Right. They're not just angry teenagers anymore. They're starting to grapple with bigger questions about life and death and everything in between.
The title track, Ride the Lightning.
Oh, man.
That's a great example.
Such a powerful song.
Yeah, they step into the shoes of a death row inmate.
Yeah, and they force us to confront the harsh realities of the justice system.
Yeah, and the finality of death.
It's heavy stuff.
It's a far cry from the partying and rebellion of Kill 'Em All.
Right, it shows a real growth in their songwriting.
And then there's Fade to Black.
Oh, Fade to Black.
Such a powerful song about despair and isolation.
Absolutely. And for many fans, this was their first encounter with Metallica's ability to express vulnerability.
Yeah. I mean, I remember hearing Fade to Black for the first time and just being floored.
Yeah, it's a masterpiece of lyrical storytelling.
It's so raw and honest.
Yeah, and it doesn't shy away from difficult topics.
Oh.
Like depression and suicide.
It's a reminder that even the loudest, most rebellious voices can experience moments of profound darkness.
Exactly.
And then you have For Whom the Bell Tolls, which was inspired by Hemingway's novel of the same name.
Yes, another literary influence.
It's a hauntingly beautiful song.
It is.
And it explores the futility of war.
I love how Metallica uses literary allusions to add depth to their lyrics.
Yeah, they're not just writing about war, they're drawing on Hemingway's imagery and symbolism to create this multi-layered commentary on the human cost of conflict.
It's brilliant.
And then, of course, there's Creeping Death.
Oh, yeah. Creeping Death.
It's almost theatrical in its delivery.
It is. It's like a mini opera.
And it draws on the biblical story of the plague of the firstborn in Egypt.
Yeah. They use those biblical themes to create a metaphor for the inevitability of death.
It's so powerful the way they build the tension in that song.
Oh, absolutely. You can practically feel the dread as the creeping death approaches.
So in just 2 albums, Metallica went from teenage rebellion to confronting mortality and the horrors of war.
It's an impressive leap.
It is, and it really sets the stage for what's to come in their next 2 albums, Master of Puppets and Justice for All.
Oh, yeah. This is where they really find their voice as social commentators.
And that's what we'll explore in the next part of our deep dive.
I can't wait.
Stay tuned. All right, welcome back to our deep dive into Metallica's lyrics.
I'm ready for more.
We left off talking about Ride the Lightning.
Yeah.
And now we're going to move on to Master of Puppets and Justice for All.
Two of my favorites.
Oh, yeah, for sure. So Master of Puppets, 1986, this album.
This album is a game changer.
It's a sonic assault on the senses, but it's also a scathing critique of so many things like manipulation, addiction,
Control. Yeah.
societal control.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the title track, Master of Puppets.
Oh, man.
Just one of the most iconic metal songs ever written.
That opening riff
Yeah.
gets me every time.
It's so heavy and hypnotic.
And then the lyrics just hit you like a punch to the gut.
Yeah, they don't pull any punches.
No.
It's a visceral exploration of addiction.
Right.
I mean, the song's narrator is literally a puppet being controlled by his substance.
And it's not just the physical effects of addiction.
No, it's the psychological manipulation.
Right.
The way it twists your thoughts and steals your agency.
I think what's so powerful about Master of Puppets is that it can be interpreted on multiple levels.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. It's about addiction, but it's also a metaphor for any form of control.
Right. Any force that's trying to control you.
Whether it's societal pressures,
Right.
religious dogma.
Yeah. Or even our own self-destructive habit.
It's brilliant and it's so relatable.
It is. Everyone has felt that pull,
Yeah.
that struggle against forces that are trying to control us.
And Metallica wasn't afraid to tackle really sensitive social issues either.
No, they weren't.
I mean, Welcome Home, Sanitarium,
Oh, man.
takes us inside a mental institution.
Yeah, it's a glimpse into a world that most people never see.
It's a powerful message about empathy and understanding.
It is. It's about seeing the humanity in those who are different.
And then there's Disposable Heroes, which is probably one of Metallica's most politically charged songs.
Absolutely.
It's a searing indictment of war.
And the people who send young people to die.
The lyrics are so brutal.
They are. There's no sugarcoating it.
You can just feel the anger, the frustration, the sense of betrayal.
It's a reminder that war isn't a game. It's about real people, real lives lost.
And then Leper Messiah.
Oh,
Talk about taking aim at religious hypocrisy.
yeah, that song is just pure fire and brimstone.
I mean, the lyrics are sharp as a razor.
They cut through the facade of piety.
And expose the corruption
Absolutely.
that can fester within organized religion.
It's a song that's still relevant today.
Oh, yeah.
We're still grappling with these issues
Absolutely.
of religious extremism and abuse of power.
I mean, it's clear that Metallica wasn't pulling any punches on Master of Puppets.
No, they were not.
They were taking on powerful institutions
Yeah.
and challenging listeners to think critically about the world around them.
They wanted to make you uncomfortable.
They did.
They wanted to make you think.
And that rebellious spirit continues in their next album, and Justice for All from 1988.
Oh, yeah. This album is just consumed by rage.
Yeah, you can feel the anger and frustration.
Pouring out of the music.
Yeah, even the album cover.
With Lady Justice crumbling.
Yeah, it's like this visual representation of their disillusionment.
Absolutely.
The title track, and Justice for All.
9 minutes of pure fury.
It's a 9-minute epic that just rails against
It's a
the
system.
system where money and power
Yeah.
often trump truth and fairness.
It's a complex song.
The lyrics are so intricate.
Yeah, just like the legal system they're critiquing.
And they use those musical techniques to really enhance the lyrical message.
Yeah, the structure of the song.
Yeah.
Those sudden shifts in tempo and dynamics.
Yeah.
It's like you're trapped in this system.
Yeah. And then Blackened. What a powerful environmental anthem.
Yeah. Blackened is bleak.
It is.
But it's so powerful.
I mean, it's more relevant than ever today.
Oh, absolutely.
With everything that's going on with climate change.
The lyrics paint this vivid picture of a dying planet
Yeah.
ravaged by pollution and human greed.
It's a stark warning.
It is.
A call to action.
Yeah, we need to wake up.
But I think Blackened, it's not just about the environment. It's about this human tendency to destroy the very things that we depend on for survival.
It's self-destruction.
Yeah.
It's about the consequences of our choices.
And then you have Eye of the Beholder,
Yeah.
which explores censorship and the suppression of individuality.
Yeah, it's a reminder that we should never be afraid to question authority,
Right.
to speak out against injustice.
Yeah, to fight for our right to express ourselves freely.
Exactly.
One,
Purple.
inspired by the anti-war film Johnny Got His Gun. This song just breaks my heart every time I hear it.
It's heartbreaking.
They put you right in the shoes of that soldier who's lost everything.
Yeah.
His limbs, his senses, his identity.
It's a masterclass in lyrical storytelling.
Metallica, they don't shy away from the graphic details.
No, they want you to see the brutality of war.
Yeah.
The real cost of conflict.
And the way they use those musical dynamics to amplify the lyrics.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
The song starts so slowly.
Like you're entering the soldier's mind.
Yeah, and then as the song progresses,
it builds.
It gets heavier.
Yeah, more intense.
Yeah.
Mirroring his despair and rage.
The contrast between those soft melodic verses and then those explosive choruses.
It's incredible.
It's like you're experiencing the soldier's emotional journey.
Exactly.
From quiet resignation to this desperate cry for release.
One is a perfect example of how Metallica can blend powerful lyrics with innovative music.
Right, to create a truly unforgettable experience.
Absolutely.
So we've covered a lot of ground with these two albums.
We have.
What stands out to you as the most significant difference between Master of Puppets and Justice for All?
That's a tough one. But I think, and Justice for All is just angrier.
Yeah.
More cynical.
They've seen the world.
They've experienced success.
Right.
But they've also become more aware of the injustice.
Yeah.
The hypocrisy.
See, and it's all coming out in their music.
Master of Puppets was a warning.
Yeah.
And Justice for All is an indictment.
And both albums had a huge impact on metal and beyond.
Oh.
They pushed the boundaries of what was considered acceptable.
Yeah. They didn't care about conventions.
Well, both sonically and lyrically.
They challenged their listeners.
Yeah.
They wanted you to think, to feel, to question everything.
And that's what makes these albums so timeless.
They are.
They're not just heavy metal records. They're works of art.
They are.
That continue to provoke and inspire.
Decades later.
So we've explored Metallica's early albums. We've seen their evolution from rebellious teenagers to masters of social commentary.
It's been quite a journey.
And in the next part of our deep dive, we'll delve into their later work and explore how their lyrical themes continued to evolve.